Hi YouTubers, this is another video from Evelyn. This is not going to be reviewing any TV shows, movies. Today is going to be something that's affecting everybody in Britain at the moment. I'm a Londoner, despite my accent, born, raised here in London, and something that's going to affect all handyman, sole traders is this ULEZ charge. To anyone that doesn't come from London, we have various charges for driving. We have the congestion charge in some areas. We have another charge called LEZ. I don't know what the acronym is that for. Another charge. And then you have to pay for parking. Now imagine a handyman, a sole trader. The reason I'm doing this video because my father was a sole trader, still is a handyman, but he had to change job. Because imagine, if you're working from Monday to Friday, you have to pay £12.50 each day. And as a rough calculation, was £250 a month. And on the top of that, the gas prices is about another £400. Top of that, the rent. Top of that, the water bill. Top of that, the internet. The justification that Sadiq Khan is saying about air pollution, I get that, but I'm going to read a part that's very relevant that I read in the Daily Mail. This is what I'm about to read, their justification. So, what is ULEZ? Separate from the congestion charge, which is aimed at reducing traffic, which still, there's still going to be traffic. People need to get to work. It's not going to magically stop people from not going to work. And even worse, a handyman, a builder, they need to go in a van to carry their tools. They're not going to take a little bag full of their tools in the underground. It's not possible. So ULEZ is designed to cut air pollution in the capital by discouraging the use of high-emission vehicles through imposing a daily fee. It runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and aims to improve the health of Londoners by reducing the amount of particle matter and nitrous oxides they breathe. How is this going to stop pollution? People are going to carry on driving in there, paying the extra cost. They may have to reduce bills, their grocery bills. Maybe they might have to starve a little bit, but unless the government has a machine that they're putting this money towards to purify the air, I don't understand how this is going to improve air conditions in London. Somebody explained to me the rationale. If we get any Londoners or people that have some deep knowledge about this, explain to me how will this improve the air quality. Essentially, this video is going to be titled The Death of the Handyman, the Sole Traders, because they won't be able to pay these costs. Because like in any place, you go to different areas of London and the parking charges, they vary. From one place in London, could be like £5 an hour, to another place in central London, almost £15 an hour. And if you calculate, doing an average job of property maintenance or repairs, if it's extensive, takes about 4 hours. Do the math. And if they have to be going back to a certain property to do a work, maybe might cost a month. The duration of the work could be like a month, if it's like a deep refurbishment, or maybe 3 days if it's just some minor things or like a smaller size project. Now let's carry on reading. It says, all cars, motorbikes, vans and minibuses and other specialist vehicles weighing up to 3.5 tons. So this is affecting all types of transport, and general petrol cars registered after 2005 and diesel cars registered after 2015 meets the emission standards. Cars older than this will be charged £12.50 per day and the penalty of a non-payment is £180. Now imagine this. I help my dad with stuff. He is a handyman, but he had to change job. I did a minor mistake when putting in his details of the license plate, and we ended up with a bill of almost £1,000 because in 1 week my dad had to go into a certain part of London, and each day was like a £90 fine, £90 fine, £90 fine. And when I tried calling them saying it was a minor mistake, is there anything they can do to help? The cold response I got over the phone was no. The only thing that they could help me with is prolonging the day when I had to pay all these fines. Now I'm going to read the important bit because I speculated, because when we had the whole pandemic, when there was, the global sickness, let's call it that, because it's very controversial just to name the word at the moment. I knew when the governments were giving people pay out for staying at home because, of course, when the whole country is in a standstill, there's no money's moving, the economy and everything. So when I knew they was giving the businesses money to pay their workers, you don't get money for free. I get that. And I told my loved ones that we're going to pay the price later on. And I'm going to read further, which highlights that. So at first, now why is the ULEZ expanding? Not from just one area now, it's all of London, all the boroughs. Now you can imagine the mayhem. It says, at first, ULEZ only applied to central London, but in 2021, grew to border the North and South Circular roads as part of a pandemic bailout agreement between TfL and the government. Again, I repeat it, pandemic bailout agreement. Why can't they be honest and say that? And then people be a bit more understanding, maybe. And I'm not a politics person. I have general interest in politics to keep myself informed and listening to all sides of the argument. Now, Sadiq Khan said he wants to expand the zone further to encompass the outer London boroughs from August to 29. Because breaking news as well, that's the reason I'm doing this video, all the other local council Tory politicians, they took it to the High Court to give it a choice for certain boroughs to either choose to replace this or not. But apparently the High Court sided with Sadiq Khan. And any Labour supporters or Conservatives, I'm not well versed in this, I'm just giving you my educated reasoning of deducing some of these things. Well, isn't that like going against Labour's traditional values or looking out for the little people? And this is clearly not the fact. And when I saw that conference that Sadiq Khan was having with people, it was just, he has that look of not understanding, even during the pandemic, even during all of that. I saw pictures of him in his 4x4 with his security, driving, having somebody chauffeur him around London. Despite all this, congestions, all this traffic, Sadiq Khan has the luxury as a politician not to be affected by these price hikes. So how is he relatable to the people? I understand the health implications about toxic air, but this is not going to stop people from driving. It's more like going to force people to ration out their groceries, to, cut spending. They might have to be going into debt. Now, also the main thing why this is being opposed all of England is saying that the expansion scheme could disproportionately affect poor people that need to drive for work, and it discourages sole traders. So sole traders is being a self-employed person. That they go out and they work from themselves as a handyman, as a plumber, as an electrician. People don't get it, who don't work in the property maintenance field, that we have to battle clients because they always want to get, the cheapest price for a job. And then on top of that, the clients are not going to understand about all these extra parking or charges. They'll be like, just give it to me cheaper. And what about the infrastructure of helping all these there's got to be a load of handyman with no way to carry on driving because, of course, we have the road tax, car insurance on top of that. And car insurance varies between make and model. I'm just very disappointed at what's going on in the country right now. You would think the country will get a better accounting of dealing with the numbers, or at least be honest and tell people that, but maybe they're breaking some sort of rules by revealing the truth. So the Conservative-run Outer London boroughs of Bexley, Bromley, Harrow and Hildon, along with Surrey County Council, have taken legal action against the Mayor of London in a High Court, saying he lacks the legal power to order the scheme's extension. But the judge has given today in favour of Mr. Khan. The High Court has not yet said whether there be grounds to appeal for the councils. Mr. Khan confirmed today that now will proceed with expansion. It's likely to be a prominent campaign issue in the next mayoral and general elections, and Labour may choose to reconsider backing it. Because, of course, we have Keir Starmer, the head of Labour Party. To me, I was surprised to find out Sadiq Khan is, from the Labour group. To me, it sounds like he's more conservative than Labour. This is the end of the video. To any Londoners, somebody explained to me how will this stop people from driving. It's more like we're going to have to end up with a 250 membership just to be driving in London, and on top of all the other costs, £250 a month. And it's just lunacy. It's just lunacy, and the government is just gone crazy. This is a deeply disappointing video. English people, Londoners, give me, some background context of why this is going on. Give me some background context. Anyway, as I leave you, stay safe. Thank you for watching. Leave down constructive comments below and some reasoning and context of what the hell's going on. Bye.